Wolf's positions itself as a crime thriller driven by professionalism, restraint, and star power. At its core, the film is less about reinvention and more about execution. Specifically, how two seasoned actors carry a familiar premise through presence alone. The film's strongest asset is unquestionably the pairing of George Clooney and Brad Pitt. Clooney delivers a controlled, methodical performance, quiet, precise, and emotionally distant, while Pitt provides contrast through a more abrasive, reactive energy. Their chemistry feels natural and unforced, rooted in timing rather than overt humor. The dialogue exchanges are subtle, often relying on pauses and glances rather than punchlines. The supporting cast serves its narrative purpose competently, but none are given sufficient depth to stand out. This is a deliberate choice, but it reinforces how heavily the film depends on its two leads. Director Jon Watts opts for a restrained visual style. The cinematography is clean and functional, favoring nighttime cityscapes and confined interiors that reflect the closed-off world of professional fixers. Action sequences are grounded and deliberately understated. Rather than spectacle, the film focuses on process, cleanup, evasion, and quiet escalation. This approach fits the tone, though it also limits the film's sense of urgency. The humor is dry and situational, never overpowering the thriller elements, but also rarely sharp enough to leave a lasting impression. The plot follows familiar crime thriller beats with little deviation. Twists are telegraphed early, and narrative turns rarely challenge audience expectations. The story functions, but it lacks tension and thematic depth. Without the charisma of its leads, the film's structure would feel routine. Stakes remain modest throughout, and the absence of a truly compelling antagonist further weakens the dramatic impact. A sharper screenplay could have significantly elevated the film. Deeper exploration of the fixer profession, its moral compromises, psychological toll, or professional codes would have added substance. Additionally, a more defined narrative arc or a stronger opposing force could have provided the tension the film consistently hints at but never fully achieves. For general audiences, Wolf's is a competent and accessible crime film. Easy to watch, well-performed, and professionally assembled. For viewers seeking narrative ambition or genre innovation, the film may feel overly safe. It satisfies on a surface level, but it rarely lingers after the credits roll. Film rating 6.5 out of 10. A well-acted, polished crime thriller that leans heavily on star chemistry, but lacks the narrative depth to stand out within the genre. Final thoughts: Wolf's is a film defined by restraint, sometimes to its benefit, often to its limitation. Clooney and Pitt remain compelling screen presences, but even their combined charisma cannot fully compensate for a cautious, predictable script. It is an enjoyable, competently made film, just not a particularly memorable one. Like and subscribe, because even the most professional fixers know preparation matters.
You want me, baby, let me know. All in this, you want me, baby, so